How are you going? Right, this is my Growout pool and fish rescue pool currently. So once I get a few fish and they are quarantined for a while to make sure they don't have any flukes or anything painful to treat, we will pop them in here, let them do their thing. It is a little bit overcrowded at the moment because I had to move my cigar sharks, which are those big things that look like carp, which are kind of related but not really. So they had to go in here. They're probably popping about 1.5 to 2 foot long, which is what, 60 centimeters or so, say 40 to 60 centimeters. There is a painful stingray. He's painful because he's an absolute bastard and harasses the girls, so he's in here as punishment right now. So he has to fight for his food each day. There are some albino tinfoil barbs. They're only little guys, maybe 20 centimeters. There's quite a few peacock bass because I had to move them out of my 9-foot stingray tank because we're starting to get too many in there. Well, not too many, just growing too fast. So they're going in a bigger tank once that arrives. So we've got mono peacock bass, Culveri peacock bass, or Culveri, whatever you want to say. There are the lovely gold ones there in the middle. There is someone's red devil that they had to rehome, which I said we would rehome. So he's going to spend his whole entire life in another pool or a big tank once we get more tanks. There's my albino caddies I've had for the last few years. So I think 2 or 3 years ago there's a video of just getting them, tiny little babies. Horrible video, but you'll be able to go back and look at that. There are some Northern Territory salmon-tailed catfish. So that one there, that one there, that one there. They came from Mr. Gavin, the turtle nerd, as his turtles were biting the whiskers off them. Did I say biting or biting? Biting the whiskers off them. So they will hopefully grow back. I think only 1 or 2 are missing their whiskers. They're actually tucked under their little mouths at the moment. So they're maybe 40, 50 centimeters. It's very deceiving, this pool, because it's a little bit bigger than it looks. It is 6 foot from there to there, which is what, 180 centimeters. So people don't do feet. We technically don't do feet in Australia, but we do everything here. That is 10 foot. So that is 300 centimeters or 10 foot. Yeah, so I think it's like about 4,000 or 5,000 litres. It is connected up to my other tanks, so very ghetto here. So this is, everything's temporary for years. So it's hooked up to this 1,300 litre tub, which is about 5 foot diameter, little red tail growing up. Hooked up to my lungfish and tarpon tank, which is the video that I posted the other day. Currently not hooked up to that tank, which is the baby stingrays. Those are both 6 by 2.5 by 3 roughly, so they're bigger than they look. Not hooked up to that tank, which is just my bircher I've had for 100 years. Yeah, hooked up to another 1,300 litre pool there, which has just got angelfish and a few other bits and pieces in the same pH. And that's about the excitement. So we've got Oscars, that one and that tiger Oscar have paired up, so that's going to be a problem when they lay eggs in here because we have to rescue everything. Can't just let them be. There are, what else is in here? There's got to be other things in here. There's an albino iridescent shark, which is a catfish again. There is a dodgy, that is the male dodgy. Dodgy, however you want to pronounce it. There is a female somewhere. There she is. I wonder if I can zoom in. There she is, hiding over there with the logs and stuff. Surprisingly, the male is not destroying the female, probably because there's so many fish in here at the moment. There are, I think, 4 Saratoga. There's one hiding there in that group of fish. Sneaky little bugger. Probably about 40, 50 centimeters. They're last year's Saratoga, so it doesn't take them long to grow. They were just tiny little specks like the other one in the baby stingray tank. Mono peacock bass, that is a cool hybrid. Can't remember what the hell that is. I've got 2. That is, I think it's female. There is another female in here somewhere. Now, ironically, I have the 2 males in my 9-foot with my other stingrays. I think there's 2 giant gouramis. There is a giant gourami, if it'll focus. No, of course you won't focus. There is another tail. focus your bastard. There you go. There is another giant Growout there. So they're just growing out. They're probably only not very big at all. There's the hound. Maybe, I don't know how big they are. 18 inches, maybe? 18 inches, 40 centimeters, something like that. I think that is about it. There's a few random cichlids in there. Trimax. There's one there. Who are being absolute bastards in another Growout pool, so they had to go in here for bigger fish. Surprisingly, they haven't been eaten by the peacock bass, which is always good because we don't like fish getting eaten by other fish unless they're already processed and in a bag in the freezer. That's frozen fish food, not these guys. That's about it. That is currently what is, oh wait, Tandanus, Mr. Tandanus. There is a little Tandanus. He's maybe 30 centimeters, just over. That's a 30 centimeter sponge there. So maybe 40 centimeters max. He was from Gavin, whose turtles keep trying to harass the poor little guy. I do have a big pool with other bigger Tandanus in it, which he will go into once he recovers fully. He's just starting to eat now, so he just needs a bit of time to recover. But otherwise, that is my current Growout pool. What is the date? Who knows? Should know. It's the 1st of 2022. Hoorah! There we go. How's that? Exciting stuff. We will see you next time.